So hi everyone, let's start question number 185. Department top 3 salaries. This is labeled as hard according to lead code. So the first table is employee. It has 4 columns: ID, name, salary and department ID. So we can say it. Joe has a ID 1. He has a salary of 85,000 and the department ID is 1. So ID is the primary key column with unique values for this table. Department ID is a foreign key references column of the ID from the department table. So this department ID, it is a foreign key which is referencing to the ID in the department table. And each row of this table indicates. And now let's look for the department. So department ID is a foreign key. Okay, each row of this table indicates the ID, name, salary of an employee. It also contains the ID of their department. Okay, the next table is department. It has 2 columns, ID and name. So let's look at that. ID and name. Okay, ID is the primary key column for this department, for this table, and each row of this table indicates the ID of department and its name. So let's understand. Suppose Joe, or let's take the example of Henry. Name of employee is Henry. He has an ID of 2. His salary is 80,000 and the department, he belongs to department ID 2. If you want to look at which department, so he belongs to sales. A company executives are interested in seeing who earns the most money in each of the company's department. A high earner in a department is an employee who has a salary in the top 3 unique salaries for that department. Write a solution to find the employees who are high earner in each of the department. So if we look at what question is saying, so the executives are interested in getting to know who are the top 3 employees who are earning most in their particular department. So if we look at the IT, say in IT, Max, let's look, yeah, Max is the one who is earning most. After Max, Joe, these two are earning at the second number, and let's look at third. So top 3 will be these 4. So let's look at this one. So Max, Joe, Randy and Will. In the sales, only 2 records are present, so both of these will be in the top 3 salaries. So let's see how we can do it. So I have created the table. So department ID, integer, primary key and name, department name. Let's give it a name as 15, and here also let's give the name as 15. Okay, so the table employee ID, integer, name, salary, department ID, and we know that this department ID is a foreign key which is referencing to the ID in the department table. So let's run this one. So we got it. This is ID engineering 1, 2. So let's take one example. Bob, his employee ID is 4. He's earning 75,000 and he belongs to department ID 2, which is HR. So now we are interested in finding who are the employees who are earning most in each of the department. So to first establish a relationship between these 2 tables, we have to use join to connect these 2 tables. So what I'm interested in getting this name alongside here, along in the employee table, or combination of employee and department table. Select from employee, join department. Also let's also give the alias employee department D on E dot it will be department ID, and then it will be D dot for department, it's ID. Now the end result will be, for every department we want the employee name and salary. So it will be D dot name as department, E dot name as employee, and then we also want their salary. So e dot salary as salary. So if I do this query, I'll get the department, employee and salary, but I'm not getting who are the employees who are earning in the top 3 category, because it is also not sorted. So in order to do that, I can use the window function. So I can rank these salaries based on department. So I can use a window function which is dense rank. We are not using rank because it can skip the salary. So for example, if both John and Jane, let's suppose for a second that both are from the engineering department and both earn 90,000, and then Ellis, he earns, let's say, 80,000, and if we use rank, then John and Jane will get rank 1 both, but Ellis will get rank 3, right? And we don't want to skip any of the ranks, because in the question it was mentioned that top 3 unique salaries for that department. So what we can use dense rank. We want to use dense rank, and then we'll use over. We know that this is function and over is a window. Now I can order by salary descending and give it as alias as DNK. But we also know that if I'll just order it with salary, let's see what kind of result I'm getting. So it will order 100,000, 90,000, 80,000, 70,000, 60,000, which is good, looking good, but it is not factoring that it should order on the basis of department only. Here it is ordering on the basis of all the departments. So if I want to get the salary of the, if I want to get the name of employee who's earning most in all the departments, then I can use order by salary descending. But I also want to group it using the particular department. So there is a function, or there is a key which is known as partition by. So it's just like a group by. So partition by department. We'll keep it here, and then let's see. So now what we are expecting, that engineering Alice 1, 2, 3, and HR Bob will get 1 because he is earning most in the HR department. Okay, so it will be d dot name, or you can use d dot id, because department, if we'll go to the constraint, then department id is the primary key. So if I run this query now, I'm getting that Alice is getting rank 1, Jane rank 2, and John rank 3, and Bob is getting rank 1 because he is in HR department, and Charlie is getting rank 2. So now we are getting expected results, but in the final output we don't want the rank of this. We just want the department, employee, and salary. So what we can do here is, and also here we have just used sample values, but in actual table there might be more than 100 records, or maybe more than 500 records, but we want to limit it to top 3 salaries. So what I'll do is, I'll copy this, I'll put it in the CTE, and then I know that I just want department, I want the employee and salary from CTE, but I want to constrain it where the ranking should be less than 4, or I just want to get the top 3 salaries. So if I limit it it will be less than 4. So if I limit it, it will just return me these 3, and in the record of hundreds of rows, it will just give me the top 3. So if I run this one, I'm not sure if this editor is going to accept CTE. Okay, it's not accepting. So we can put this directly into the lead code. And yes, test case is getting cleared, and this also got accepted. So thank you.